Lately, everything feels a little chaotic, like I'm being pulled in a million directions and like I'm just not keeping up. And when you're in the middle of it, chaos can feel exhausting, uncomfortable, overwhelming, and like things are going wrong. But what if it's a sign that big changes are happening? Because real transformation is messy and, like in nature, a little bit wild. But the coolest and most powerful thing is that we do get to decide what we want to create, how we move through it, and how we want our life and business to look on the other side.
Wow, what a week! I have not recorded in so long, mostly because we had visitors and guests between friends and family for the last couple of weeks, so it's been really crazy over here. But I am kind of in panic mode because I stopped by Ohana yesterday just to check in. Today's Wednesday. And they were already almost sold out of beanies, and it was Tuesday. I usually drop off once a week on Fridays, and usually it lasts for the week. But we were almost sold out by Tuesday, so I'm kind of in a panic because I also have a shop update scheduled for Thursday, tomorrow, and I need beanies for that for my website, and then I also need to bring stuff for Ohana. So I'm feeling a little behind on making, but this week I also have so many other things going on that are also pressing. One of them is we have our first group mastermind session for everyone that attended the Iceland trip, and I have guest experts coming on each mastermind session to talk about specific topics around creativity and business and alignment and life and stuff like that. So today is the first post-trip mastermind, and then on top of that, I'm also trying to finalize all of the details for the next group trip because it's happening in August. It's already the end of February, so I need to make sure I have everything ready and launched so that people have enough time to make a decision, sign up if they want to, and for me to get enough people to make the trip happen. So anyway, there's just so much going on, and that is just in my personal work-life bubble. There's also just so much stuff going on in the world right now, and it's hard not to get distracted by it as well, but I've been trying really hard to just focus on my business, focus on being present for my community, and just taking one step at a time. But today, I really need to go get photos of these beanies this afternoon, but I have my mastermind session and another meeting after that, so we'll see where we get. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself, but I haven't had a shop update since December. So welcome to a chaotic few days, and we'll get through it together. Especially before we're are not going according to plan. I did not get nearly as much made as I was hoping to, and it's already getting dark. It's the end of the day, so I'm not gonna get a chance to go out and take product photos. I'm just hoping to get enough made where I can take some photos tomorrow morning, but tomorrow I'm actually recording a couple of things. I'm going to be on a podcast, and I've been working with this company based in Minnesota for the last few years, doing some voiceover work for them, and I have a recording session tomorrow, so yeah, it's just a lot of things at once. I don't know where the day went. I feel like the last couple of weeks have just been a blur. This whole month has been a blur. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to be gentle with myself. I'm feeling a little disappointed that I just have fallen behind. But the mastermind session today was so good. It was so nice to see everyone and just reconnect a little bit. And it was cool just hearing how everyone's been doing and what they've carried with them from the trip. And then Hannah, my friend from Boundless Copy, she gave a really awesome presentation, and I've already been getting some feedback from everyone in the group that it's been really helpful already, so I'm really excited about that. But hopefully I can just get a couple more things made tonight and then get things palmed and tagged tonight, and then tomorrow after my morning recording session we can go out and do some photos because the shop update's tomorrow, and I feel wildly unprepared. Well, it did not happen. I did not get all of the hats palmed and tagged last night, so I have to do it this morning. But the good news is I was able to move a couple of my meetings to next week. I've been having a lot of these connect calls, and I don't know, people are like, can I pick your brain about stuff? And I'm like, sure, that sounds great. So I feel like I've been filling up my calendar a little bit with a couple of these calls, so I'm thinking maybe I need to chill on that a little bit. But it's been so nice just to connect with other business owners and things like that and just chat about what's going on. I was really sad last night, actually. I've just been feeling, I don't know, like there's just so much. And I keep reminding myself it's okay to just focus and disengage from it for a little bit too. I hope you're allowing yourself the same thing. But today's the new moon, so what better way to have a little bit of a refresh? But I have that voiceover session in a little bit too, so let's just see what I can do before then. And yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit unorganized and chaotic, but hey, welcome to my life right now. Wow, that card resonated with me so much, and so did this journal prompt, to be honest. I've been struggling a little bit with imposter syndrome and some self-doubt. I don't know, I think part of it is just everything going on in the world, so it just feels a little bit like, I don't know, I just can't go about doing business as usual. Equally, I recognize that we do need to do things that bring us joy, we need to disengage, we need to just do those things too, and you can't let yourself burn out. And I feel like this new shift I'm making in my business is very exciting, and I'm just reminding myself that I've been planting these seeds for years, and it feels so aligned with where I've been, where I'm going, and what I want to do, and just bringing together all of the things that I really love. And coming back from Iceland, I know I keep talking about it, but it impacted me so much. It just felt like, okay, this really is the direction I want to go in, and I just want to create more of these spaces for people to connect and help people if I can, So I've been thinking about trying to do some more YouTube videos that have a specific topic where I can talk about it, questions that people have or whatever about starting a business or building a business that rejects the hustle but is still profitable, sustainable, and making a positive impact. That is certainly what I strive to do with my business, and I think this goes for all of us, but especially as women, I think a lot of the time it's recognizing that we do know things. We are strong and we bring a lot to the table. And I think it's just, I've been feeling very fired up and empowered lately. And tapping into that. And it's just like, I don't know, growing up, I was always told, like, be humble, be humble, be humble, And that is something that feels important to me. But equally, on the far end of the spectrum, it's also held me back because I feel like it makes you diminish yourself and it makes you not think you can do things when you can, or it dismisses when you have really strong feelings about something. So I feel like that's an entirely different topic, but I'm also very excited about this workbook. If you're new, I created a 72-page workbook for the creative business retreats that I started hosting, and I'm just kind of going through it myself and using it and just trying to make it better and improve it for hopefully bringing to the shop. These are all exercises and things like that that I have been using in my business every year, or sometimes I'll even do them twice a year, and they just help me stay aligned. They help me refocus. They help me get back in touch with my values and my why, but also exercises like profit clarity, where it really helps you analyze, and evaluate your business. But in the back of the workbook, there's also a whole section about a year of intention, and it's all of the seasonal and monthly journal prompts that align with each season, the new moons and the full moons. And like I said earlier, I feel like there's always a chance for a fresh start. There's always a chance to reevaluate and reflect. There's also just things in here that just help you get back in touch with your goals and what your dreams are. But ultimately, it's just a way to be more intentional in your life and your business, to live in more alignment and just working with the seasons. Because I feel like our culture, the 9-to-5 hustle, is so opposite of that. And as creative entrepreneurs, as people running our own business or striving to run your own business, or if you have a side hustle, whatever, we can do it differently and we can do it our own way. And of course, this is just the way I do it. But if you resonate with that, thank you for being here and coming along.
Some of them.
Fun and so random. I don't even know how all of this stuff just kind of materializes sometimes, but a couple of years ago, I got invited to do this marketing campaign with Minnesota where they needed a maker from Colorado to come on this trip and just visit all of these different places in Minnesota and visit other artists and makers. And since then, I've become friends with the creative team, and they've reached out to me to help them with other voiceover projects and things like that. So crazy what just sharing your work and putting yourself out there can do. When they first reached out to me back then, I was like, is this a scam? Because they were literally like, we are looking for a maker from Colorado who's outdoorsy and adventurous. And I was like, that is me. It's been great to work with them, and I'm just excited that they continue to reach out. So anyway, it's now almost 11:30. I figured I had enough time to finish the last color of the opera beanie. I have the other colors here, and I'm kind of kicking myself because I've made all of these colors multiple times to bring to Ohana, but Ohana's just been selling out so quickly that I haven't had the chance to actually take them out to take photos of. But tonight is the shop update, so I'm flying by the seat of my pants right now. This is not the usual, but it's a reality right now. So just, if sometimes you just feel like you don't have all your shit together, I'm there too. But I really wanted to do an online update because I haven't done one since December, and there's been a lot of people asking me when I'll be doing an update, and I know there are people that have gift cards too from over the holidays that haven't gotten to use them yet because I haven't posted anything on the shop. So I feel like I just have to do that. But like I said, Ohana only had a couple of hats when I went and checked in on Tuesday, so I equally need to bring them hats too. But yeah, deep breaths, one step at a time. That's kind of why I love doing the weekly reflections, is because on Mondays at the start of the week, I do my weekly reflections and pick a weekly focus. And this week was really just to take one step at a time. There's a lot of different moving parts happening, and it can just feel overwhelming and bog you down. But what's definitely helpful for me is just realizing one step at a time, it's okay. And ultimately, I just can't imagine doing anything else. So hopefully within the next couple of hours, I can finish palming and tagging the hats and we can get these photos, because I have a recording session for a podcast that I'm going to be on later this afternoon. And then I also have to finish finalizing the details for our British Columbia creative retreat, so that I can get that launched, because yeah, everything is just moving quickly. Yay, I got everything palmed and tagged. I'm actually excited about this new palmless style. I have a friend who just released her first knitting pattern, so I helped test it. It's super cute. It's like a basic beanie, and I don't know, I love how it fits. I feel like it looks super cute. And so I have a few different colors. I kind of made 2 different sizes. This one is a little bit tighter, and this one, let's see, maybe these are both the tighter ones. But they're kind of a more fitted style, really nice wide cuffed brim, and I feel like people are just into the no pom lately. I don't usually wear a pom-pom, but people also just love the giant poms as well. And they photograph really nicely. Okay, I think this one fits a little bit bigger. I don't know. You can't really tell the difference, I guess. It's just slightly different sizing, so I was just testing out what people might like. I don't know. What do you think? I'm really loving this style. But if you're a knitter and you are interested in trying it out, it's my friend Gretchen from Powers Provisions. It's her Ella beanie. I'll put a link down below. But I think it'll be a really good new style to add to the shop. I still want to make a couple of those scrappy beanies with these colors in it. But I'm feeling good. Gonna eat something and then head out and take photos. It's really bright though, so it might actually be better to do flat lays at home, which I'm not very good at, but it might actually work out for the best. So we'll see what happens.
What's the angle? I'm not playing that game. It's the same business with a different name. Who's the target? Sorry, I'm not in the market. If I quit buying, you can't sell me anything. No thanks, I'll pass. I don't want any of that. I'll just take my chances. No thanks, not now. I made it this far somehow. I'll just take my chances.
I picked up these cute little postcards from a little shop in Reykjavik when I was in Iceland, and I thought these were so cute. I love them so much. The shop was just all work from local artists, and I just love how they use the icons and motifs to show the country. I don't know, I feel like everyone should do this. I love it so much.
Much for peace of mind, my friend. If I quit buying, tell me what would happen then. No thanks, I'll pass. I don't want any of that. I'll just take my chances. No thanks, not now. I made it this far somehow. I'll just take my chances. I don't wanna put a penny in your machine. I don't wanna put a penny in your machine. I don't wanna put a penny in your machine.
The colors look so pretty all together. I just really love this palette. And I'm usually not, a pastel-y person, but these just remind me so much of Iceland. And there's some photos that I took of one of the lagoons that every single color in it was one of these colors, which is so awesome. But I think I got all of the flat lay photos I need. I do need a couple of modeled shots. I have some when I went out on a walk the other day. But it's actually super bright right now. Like, we went from having 14 days straight of snow to having this like warm faux spring bluebird weather. I'm not complaining. I hope we get a few more powder days and, just better for the snowpack. but it is nice to see the sun too. But I'm recording a podcast at 2. It's 1:30, so I don't think I have time to run out to get the modeled shots yet. It's also just super bright. So maybe what I'll do is try to get at least the photos I have right now edited and uploaded and scheduled. And then after I record the podcast, I can run out and get some last minute modeled photos. Yeah, not my usual MO. I usually want to have everything done the day before, but I'm still here day of making more stuff. So a little chaotic, but that's just how it goes sometimes, and we're gonna make it happen.
This far somehow, I'll just take my chances.
That was so lovely chatting with Justine. I love her so much. She has a podcast called Just a Wild Thought, and it's actually how I found her, but her business is called Creatives in the Wild, and she is actually a business coach. She is my business coach, and I'm excited because after working with her for a few months, we also decided to collaborate and co-host the next creative business retreat. So we were kind of talking about that on the podcast, talking about my journey, talking about what this next retreat is going to look like. So I'm very excited. There's just so many cool things coming to fruition. And even in that card that I pulled this morning, it was talking about how you are stepping on a path where there is no going back. And there might be challenges, you might feel uncomfortable, but just keep going and walk this path. And I truly feel that way because I feel like there is a lot of imposter syndrome. There's some self-doubt surrounding this next phase in my journey. And we've talked a little bit about the discomfort of making a major shift or letting go of an old identity. And I feel like I've been going through all of that this year. So it was cool to talk to her about it on the podcast. I'm so excited to be collaborating with her on the next trip. And then we spent some time just like configuring all of the workshops and masterminds that are going to be on the British Columbia retreat. I had asked in the Discord community what people are struggling with lately and just like what you would want to see as a workshop on this retreat and just what would be the most helpful to learn for you right now on your part of the journey. And it's been cool being able to chat about it in the Discord. Ultimately, I just want these trips to be a place where not only is it a really fun adventure where you get to connect with and meet other like-minded creatives and small business owners, but that it's actually transformative and really helpful for you too. So anyway, so exciting. But it is now 4 o'clock. The shop updates at 5, so I am rapid fire just trying to update and schedule the rest of these listings and get my email sent out and get an Instagram post drafted. I think I'm just gonna have to be happy with the modeled photos that I already have because I just don't have time, and that's okay. The chaos is real, but that is just kind of a realistic picture of what it looks like to be a creative entrepreneur sometimes. Things are just all over the place and you're doing a million different things. did get a few orders from the update last night, which is so exciting. I wasn't sure if people would be buying just because, you know, I haven't really been marketing this update very well. So I was gonna pull all the beanies got ordered, and then I still have to bring things to Ohana. So I need to tag all of those and then bring them downtown. And then, like I mentioned, this weekend is a big music festival here in town. So we have a bunch of friends that have traveled here to go. So, you know, things just feel a little all over the place. Like I feel like I haven't really quite settled back into a routine since getting back from Iceland. But sometimes it's just the way it is.
So if you're also in the chaos right now, in the middle of a pivot, or just at the beginning of a next phase of growth, just breathe. You're not failing, you're not lost, you're just transforming. As creatives and small business owners, this life is a journey. We're constantly evolving and realigning, and this just means we're growing and making change happen. If you're still here watching and want to join a community of other adventurous creatives who want to learn and grow together, come join the Discord. And if you're seeking an even more meaningful way to connect on an adventure, I'd love to have you on the next creative retreat in British Columbia.